So hello and welcome back to part 2 of this Beer52 Octoberfest special. So basically I got the Beer52, the magazine came out and I seen that Oktoberfest, and inside there was beers sort of celebrating basically Oktoberfest, and it's got it's basically UK craft lager. Join the next revolution in British craft beer. It's been all about the lager this year, isn't it? I mean, since, oh God, I've got to put my hands up here and say that, like, working on a building site, you talk about, like, we're going, oh, I hope this don't make a load of noise. We're going out, Friday, and for a few beers. Oh, what sort of beer do you like? Oh, I drink lager. Lager. Yeah, yeah. So, but now, if someone says I drink lager, I'm like, oh, what lager do you drink? Because to be honest with you, when people used to say what lager they drank years ago, it was like Carlin. Well, not even years ago, like recently. I mean, if years ago they said Stella, it might have been a decent Stella. But now it's like, oh, I like Carlsberg, like Budweiser, the king of beers, you know what I mean? Excuse me. Now, lager, crikey, I've never drank so much lager in all my life. So it's absolutely amazing. It's opened my eyes. So this one, okay, oh, I didn't even talk to you about this one because I'm so excited. I don't know how you really say this. Brillo? It's almost like Brillo, isn't it? Brillo. So this is neon black. That is exciting me. It's a Dunkel beer. So it's a dark lager, isn't it, basically? It's going to be a dark German-style lager. There's nothing really on the can here. Brewed and canned in Berlin. So this brewery then is a German brewery, but obviously a small brewery that needs a little bit of help. Like it needs a bit of cuckoo brewing. So yeah, neon black. I've got it up on the iPad. Like I say, I'm not giving you any illusions that I'm spending hours and ages. I really feel a bit cack-handed tonight. It's like my pouring ability has gone a bit stupid. I normally spend a lot of time trying to get my nose in the beer. Oh my God, that was... Trying to get my nose in the beer, and my videos are normally really long, and even when I try and make them not very long, they're still long. Because I don't really like to... Because I think beer is so subjective. Wow. Beer is so subjective that I could watch 100 people drink a beer and still not be able, if they said it smells of bloody roses, I'd be like, well, I can't smell that. And it doesn't mean that I'm not smelling it correctly. It just means I can't smell that. It's subjective. I can give somebody beer and tell them it's the most amazing beer in the world and they won't like it. It really is. So every single beer we've had has been in the oh my life. Every beer we've had tonight. So I've had two more. It's like a demand. Part one with them two has been done in these glasses, and they have all looked blooming stunning. Look how absolutely unbelievable that beautiful sort of real. I mean, it's not dark. I mean, neon black. It's not black, is it? But it's quite a lovely amber, beautiful amber. Look at that. Let's just spend some time appreciating the beer. I love it when people put so much effort into what they do, and then we can appreciate it here at home. This is probably for me one of the best Beer52 boxes I've had because I'm really excited. I've loved all the German beers. I really have. Oh my goodness me. Oh, now oh wow, that's what's that just hit me? That's hit me in the face. Oh, what is that smell? Come on, Lee Speno. I say that when I'm being like my loved ones call me Lee. My mates call me Speno. Oh my goodness, I might have to pause. I might have to actually edit this video. Oh, it's really biscuity and caramelly. And I mean, I've read it, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to lie here. It says like dark amber colours with biscuit and caramel flavours, right? So I'm not I'm hands up. I'm reading about these beers before I talk to you about them. But there's almost like, oh, right. I'm gonna have to. There's a distinctive smell in there. Right. I'm gonna have to get into this. Cheers, everybody. Prost. Oh my God. Oh, there's a distinctive aroma and a distinctive taste in there. You know, like being on a pop quiz. You know, if you listen to 10 to the Top or Pop Master when we used to listen, or you listen to it still, and you know the answer, but you can't get it out. What is it in that? Look at all of these beers have just had a fantastic. Oh my God, I've got to search around for ages for that. It's at the tip of my tongue. That is wonderful. That is really, really nice. Really, really biscuity. Really, really, no, not really caramelly. Really, come on, there's a bit of really distance roastiness there. It smells a bit boozy. It's only, what is the ABV of this? It's only 4.8. Oh, I tell you what, I'm liking the fact that these beers are giving what they're giving to me at low ABVs. I mean, like, you wouldn't consider 4.8 being a low ABV a while ago, but when you're talking German beers, it is a low ABV. It's really low. It's like, it's crazily low. I mean, it's saying, oh, really, yeah, exactly what it says. Full-bodied experience, only lightly bitter, which it is. This will create a smooth but robust experience for this approachable style. It really, really is robust. But what is that taste in there? I'm hoping that somebody else has got this box. If you're one of my go-to beer reviewers I watch, that I respect and I love type of thing, God, I hope you've got the Beer52s. You could tell me what's in there, because I'm going to find out, and I'll probably end up like posting it like in the text that comes up. But it is definitely like a biscuit that I've had. It's a really nice Moorish biscuit that I've had. Almost like the biscuit you get with coffee. When you have a coffee, I can't think what they're called now. You know, you always get a little biscuit on the side. Yeah, might be that. But there's something tantalisingly lovely in that beer. This might just be my favourite one of this two-part Beer52 review. This shows you how fast time travels, because like a month goes by and then the Beer52 box comes along, and there it is. You know what's really weird about this? I've just read neon black. This tastes black. This tastes darker than it actually is. So it's a really nice, beautiful mahogany, sort of like ambery mahogany. It looks about the same colour as Tiger Ale, the Everard's Tiger Ale. It's got a very off-white head. Really lovely. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I think every beer review I've done just lately, the softness of the water. I'm not sure whether you're best to brew with soft or hard water or whatever. I'm not a brewer, I don't know. But everything seems to be, it almost looks like a bubble bath swirling around in the glass every time. The beers always look really great in the glass. You know, they're very, very very soft, really soft. Like Mr. Matey, when we used to have the Mr. Matey bubble bath. Anyway, that is exactly as it's doing exactly as the description says. It's a dark amber colours, which it is. I wouldn't say it's really dark, but then again, amber ale can, there can be some light amber, can't there? But yeah, so a dark amber ale, biscuit and caramel flavours, definitely. I'm not getting much caramel, I must admit. Now that caramel for me, if I have a caramel, literally, you could almost put a drop of that flavour in the beer and I'd taste it. What's the biscuit? It is a dark biscuit. It is like that coffee biscuit that you have with your coffee. I might have to leave a drop of this in the glass and get Janie to have a little try this. See if she can pick out what it is. It's a dark biscuit. Like a dark ginger biscuit almost. Is it a dark ginger biscuit? Yeah, a bit of a spicy ginger biscuit. I'm not 100% sure whether that's what I'm getting. If you crushed up a ginger biscuit and you crushed up one of them biscuits you get with your coffee, yeah, that's the sort of thing. You're getting a little bit of spiciness off the biscuity notes from this. Christ almighty. I like that a lot. That's really great. That's really great. And brewed by the sound of it in Germany, isn't it? It doesn't say anything about under the purity law or anything like that, but brewed and canned in Berlin. So, yeah, a dark lager with a very sort of like, I don't know, unassuming can, really. But yeah, it's really nice to be introduced to these breweries. I mean, even though you probably got zero chance if they're in Germany and they're very small to get them here, other than in the Beer52 box. I'm not here to advertise Beer52, I'm not. But what I'm saying is that like it's been fantastic that these small independent breweries are given the chance through Beer52 to be able to like be shown here on my YouTube channel. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. However you say that, brilliant. Right, so I'm gonna leave this tiny little bit for Janie to have a try. It might be gone off by the time I get up there, but it is going to be a tiny bit because it's good beer, isn't it? There we go. She can have that little bit. But yeah, definite dark, really dark, biscuity. The malts in there, there is. It's more a licoricey malt, licoricey type of dark toffee, real dark toffee in there, but not a very sweet toffee at all. So as far as the caramel goes, it's more on the darker side of the toffee build type of thing. But yeah, absolutely brilliant. Right, on to the next one. 14 minutes in, just changed over. Let's get number 2 out. And you can tell that I've had 3 beers, can't you? Thanks for watching. See you in a second. So here we go then. Here's beer 4 in part 2 of the Beer52 Octoberfest special. Well, is it a special? I don't know, but all they're doing, we're still in October, aren't we? And they are bringing us these beers, German beers and German style beers from independent breweries. Now this brewery here, is it Rheingest? I'm useless at saying these things. This to me is like singing my bells a little bit more because, or ringing my bells, it's at 5.4%. So it's more getting towards what I would expect from a German beer. 330ml can like they all are. This is called Franz, and it's actually an Oktoberfest beer. Not an official one, as we know. There's loads and loads and loads of Oktoberfest style beers out there, and I'm probably going to get bumping as I'm hitting this mic. But I'm using the mic just to see how it fares with using it every day. It's a bit annoying with the blue light. I did turn it round, but there's almost like a little bit at the front that helps with the lower frequencies that I like messed up. Anyway, so this beer, I'm not sure what even style it is. Doesn't really say. Brewed and canned by Beer52 at Full Circle Brewery. Oh, Full Circle Brewery, United Kingdom, in partnership with the Rhine Jest Brewery. So here we go. So is this so this is a bigger brewery in Germany then, maybe. But like helping out, so there's the cuckoo, isn't it? So this is like a bigger brewery, these guys, helping out a Full Circle Brewery Co. in the United Kingdom to brew a beer and to get them noticed. But it's got their name all over it. I don't know. I might be wrong. I'm not really 100% sure how this works. But anyway, it's been fun, and I hope you've enjoyed watching it. I'm thankful that I've got plenty of these glasses, which I absolutely love, as you've probably known. But so far, all 3 beers I've had have been absolutely wonderful. I've really enjoyed them all. It's been a really nice, it's a Tuesday night, for goodness sake. I mean, I've got so much work to do up at the house. We've just started doing the building work at the house. And of course, me being a joiner, me being a chippy, it's like, what do you do? It's like, oh, God, you've got to do a lot of it yourself, ain't you? You've got to. So I'm working all the hours so I can keep myself in beer and keep Janie knowing that I'm having beer. No, so to look after me and Janie, and we both work hard, and she looks after me, I look after her, and then in the spare time now we're doing building work, so the beer reviewing might have to slow down a bit, but not too much, so please don't leave me alone. It will still come. There'll be at least 2 a week, I would have thought. But so this is why I'm doing 4 tonight. I've got this croaky voice because of this stupid cough. I've had 3 weeks. I've had COVID, all everything. Bloody just won't leave me. But it's not going to strip my personality in no way. So here we have. Here we have. Now I'm not sure what style of beer this is. Oh, it's gone off the screen, so I can't really even tell you. Well, it's an Oktoberfest beer. So what we're going to get from an Oktoberfest beer? Every single Oktoberfest beer, for me, had that mysterious nose. You couldn't really get to grips what's in there. You had to dive into them. You had to delve into them. You had to sieve. You had to go through the drawers and the cupboards and see what you could find in there. If this is an Oktoberfest beer, is this going to be the same? I'm going to be hunting for everything in there. Also, it is looking like very nice, but very... It's not clear, is it? It's hazy. Is there any crap in here? Oh, God, I hope not, because I really didn't want to pour it all out and swill it around. But yeah, you got that 2-tone colour again. Look. Now, it's not to do with the glass, because all the beers in this glass have had the same collective colour from the start to the finish. But you see how we've got a little tiny 2-tone of colour? So I'm wondering if there's a little bit of fallen yeast fell in there. This is a very interesting looking beer. So let's see what we can get from this. So again, it's like that. It's got that. There's a bit of fruity notes in there, but more on the darker fruit side. A bit of, like raisiny a little bit. Made me think of my grandson for some reason when I sniff that, because he loves raisins. He really loves raisins. Now, when I think of raisins, I always remember them chocolate raisins, and you get them. This being beer 4, there's going to be a lot more Spencer waffle. Chocolate raisins, you put loads of them in your mouth, wouldn't you? You get that, the raisins and the chocolate. It's so. I'm going to beer that. Yeah, there is quite a bit of maltiness in there. There's, yeah, quite raisiny, dark fruits. I mean, I don't know what to expect from this beer. Cincy made, I really don't. There's nothing on the can. It doesn't tell me anything about this beer at all. I just want to know what's in the beer. I want to know what's in the beer. Right, I'm going to have to find out for myself now. Here we go. Cheers, everybody. Prost. Now, all three beers that I've had so far have pretty much wowed me straight away, but this is not really grabbed me yet. Now, maybe this is because I've had three great beers. The first two are in part one. These two are obviously in this part two. I had a bit more high hopes for this being at 5.4. I thought this was going to be the absolutely best one of the lot. And I didn't plan it. I didn't plan the highest ABV to be at the end. I really didn't. But yeah, this is probably the least. This is the more disappointing one out of the four, actually. It's got a nice... Not a bad fizz on the tongue. Quite a nice, light mouthfeel. I can't quite work out whether it's a lagery beer or like one of those sort of like ales that are brewed with, and it's not a hybrid, no, definitely not. It is a lager, but what is it giving me? It's giving me, I think I'm getting, wow. There is flavours there, but it's not. It's almost like they're coming, but they're going too quick. It's like the flavour's not hanging around. They're not giving me enough chance to really pick them out and really enjoy them. It's a little bit. It's just a bit. It's a bit fizzy, but then it's a bit. It just disappears very quickly. It's not really like sort of like hanging around enough to really appreciate. It's it's like. God, my analogy is always like, Janie laughs at me for my analogies. It's like if you get like a car show and you get like, the cars go by like, oh, that's really nice. Look at the colours. Oh, look at the wheels. Oh, that looks really nice. But if a car goes, you're like, what was that? And this is a bit like this is. It's almost like with the other beers, the flavours of I've had a sip of them, and the flavours just sort of like, oh, that's not. Oh, I'm feeling that. Oh, I'm getting that. Whereas this is a little bit. It's a bit. You drink it, and it's like, oh, the flavours are gone. They're gone. There's nothing really in the. Oh God. See, the one thing I almost need a disappointing beer on my channel. I do, and I have got one. I've got several videos I've done, and there's one I'm going to put up, and it was really nice. But then at the end, it's sort of like I discovered it, and it was a bit washed out. But so this is a bit the same. It's like this is the highest ABV, but this is the one that's lacking the most out of all of them. The mouthfeel is a similar. There's so many different types of fizz on the mouth, isn't there? There's so many different types of mouthfeel. There's literally an index worth of mouthfeel. So this is coming in. It's coming in like, it almost seems crisp at the start, but then it's a bit, I don't know. It's like, I can't describe it. It's crisp, but it's a bit washed out in its in everything. Everything's a little bit washed out. It's a bit. I'm just going to stop for a minute and go back on the page and find the description of the beer, because I just don't think it's giving me what it describes. All the others have. Just give me 1 second. Right, so here we are. I mean, it's been given a 3.86 out of 5 on the, because you can rate the beers. It's just flagging up that I've got a low battery because I've got my mic plugged in there. You can rate the beers on Beer52's website and you get points and things or whatever. So it's given a 3.86 out of 5. Now it says clear, light amber with a fluffy white foam. Bang on, okay? Bang on. It's still, the head retention's good. It's still there. Aromas of toasty malt and bread dough. I mean, yeah, okay, yes, there is toasty malt, bread dough. I'm not sure, but toasty malt. But it's a bit. Oh, it's like you smell it and it gets blown away in the. It's not very up front. It's not very there. Low sweetness and very mild bitterness. Wow, like. Yeah, the bitterness is very, very mild, and it just soon goes. Body is medium with a slightly sweet linger, and that's about the description that we've got. I'm probably giving this a little bit of a hard time because of the other 3 beers that I've had. Probably, if I had this first, I might be giving it a bit more love, but higher ABV, 5.4%. This comes at the highest one. So we've got like what we had, 4.2, and I think 2 at 4.8. Yeah, 4.8. Yeah, 4.8. We've got this coming in at 5.4, and it's just not like. It's almost like when it gets to that last little bit of the glass, that's when you get the full flavours in there. That last little bit of the glass. So I'm going to mark it up a little bit for a little bit of caramelly nuttiness coming out of there. A little bit of caramel taste coming through, and a bit of like nuttiness. But it disappears too quick. It's just a tiny little bit astringent, and I think that's what. It's a good beer. It's a good beer, and it does taste good, and it has got some decent flavours in there. It's just a little bit quick. I'm hoping that's the wind and not like somebody trying to get in. There's like some strange noises going here sometimes, but I think it's the wind. We are at the bottom of the garden, and yeah. But yeah, I've probably been a bit too hard on it. 4 beers in as well. I mean, they're only like little beers, but even so, this being the last one, and I've had a couple of beers, I might be being a bit hard on it, but I'd probably say it's tried too hard to be an Oktoberfest beer. That's the thing. The others have been styles, whereas this is tried too hard to be an Oktoberfest beer, and you really are coming up with the best of the best when you start like bringing that quotation into your beers. You know, you've got to really like up your game and really ramp it up and everything else. And I think, you know, the guys watching me review this will go like, you know, Speno, like, shut up, mate. You know, you're putting us down. I'm not at all. I'm not at all. I'm just saying that it's just when you start playing in the Oktoberfest beer playground, you know, you gotta be a good footballer, ain't you? You know, it's like Premier League stuff, isn't it? Oktoberfest beer is Premier League stuff. So yeah, so I don't want to knock it. I don't want to knock it. It's a good beer. It's a good beer. It is doing what it's doing. It's quite like tasty, but it's just a little bit too fast in its flavours. Like you drink it and it's gone. You know, you drink it and it tastes like it's gone. It's like there's no real, you know, there's no real joy. There's no real joy to it. It's just a little bit. It's just a little bit, you know, average. Where the other beers, excuse me, the other beers were giving me something to shout about. You know, they were impressing me. But anyway, like I say, beer subjective. I might have this. I'm going to look at other beer reviews because there's going to be other people doing the Beer52 reviews. And somebody might say this is the absolute best beer they've ever tasted in their life. And that is fine. But if you like what I talk about and you trust what I say and you find that if you have it and you feel the same way, then yeah, then that's all good. I've got beer reviewers that I know that if they say this beer isn't worth buying, I won't even go and try it myself. I just know that it's trust them. But yeah, all the beers tonight have been absolutely fantastic. This one's sort of like not been quite as fantastic, but still very good. And like, yeah, take care, everybody, and thank you so much for watching. And like I say, a bit busy up the house at the minute, but I promise you that there'll be at least one beer review or beer chat or some sort of video coming once a week to look after the people that actually want to watch me. All right, thanks everybody, and take care, and just keep safe and live, laugh, love. From the Speno, all the best.